Students, my name is Niyati Said and thanks for watching Edupedia Word videos. My topic for the presentation is regulation of cardiac activity. Okay, that means neural control of heart. The medulla oblongata of brain has two control centers. First is accelerator center and second is inhibitory center. Okay, the accelerator center, it supplies acceleratory sympathetic fibers to the heart, more specifically to SA node through sympathetic nervous system. Okay, and the inhibitory center, it supplies inhibitory parasympathetic fibers to the heart, that is SA node through parasympathetic nervous system through vagus nerve specifically. Okay, when the heart rate is required to be increased, the acceleratory center, which is the first center, it sends impulse to the SA node through sympathetic nerve fiber which secretes adrenaline. This increases heartbeat. Okay, as the heart rate increases, blood pressure also increases. The blood pressure receptors, they are also known as baroreceptors. In the carotid artery, it sends signal to the inhibitory centers. The inhibitory center then sends inhibitory impulse to the SA node of the heart through parasympathetic nerve fibers which secrete acetylcholine. This decreases the heartbeat. During inspiration, heart rate increases and during expiration, it falls. This phenomena is known as sinus arrhythmias. Okay, arrhythmias. So the human heart is myogenic because normal activities of heart are auto-regulated by nodal tissue, which we have already studied. And medulla oblongata, it regulates cardiac activity through autonomic neural system. Sympathetic nerves of autonomous neural system, that is ANS, increases the rate of heartbeat and the strength of the ventricular contraction and cardiac output. Okay, see, this is your first, that is your sensory nerve fiber. It controls baroreceptors, as I have told you, which are present in the wall of the internal carotid artery. Second is again your, this is your also your sensory nerve fiber, and this is your parasympathetic nerve fiber that is acting on the SA node, and this is your sympathetic nerve fiber which is acting on this portion of the heart, that is sympathetic. The accelerator center, it supplies acceleratory sympathetic fibers to the heart through sympathetic nervous system, whereas the inhibitory center, it supplies inhibitory parasympathetic fibers to the heart through parasympathetic nervous system, that is your vagus nerve. Okay, so I hope it is all clear to you. Now comes, this is again I have cleared that parasympathetic nerves of ANS, it decreases the heartbeat and conduction of the action potential and the cardiac output, and adrenal medullary hormones, it increases the cardiac output. Okay, now let's study about its chemical regulation. Certain conditions such as hypoxia, that means a very low oxygen level in the body. Acidosis, that means low pH in the body. Alkalosis, that means high pH. It affects the heart rate and contractility due to change in the blood level of certain chemicals. Two major types of chemicals, it affect the physiology of the heart. Which are those? Hormones and ions. Which two hormones are responsible? Epinephrine and norepinephrine. These are the hormones which are produced by adrenaline gland that increases the heart rate and contractility. Stress, physical activity and excitement, it stimulate the adrenal gland to stimulate more hormones. It also increases the activity of the heart. Thyroid hormones such as TSH from the thyroid gland also increases the heart rate and contractility. Now comes the second factor or the second major type of chemical that affect the physiology of the heart. Hormone we have already studied. Now comes ions. Which ions are responsible? Potassium ion, sodium ion, calcium ion, these all are responsible for the that affects the physiology of the heart. Certain ions have direct effect on the cardiac function, that is on the heart function. High blood level of potassium ion and sodium ion, it decreases the heart rate. Okay, but high sodium level, it prevents calcium inflow during the cardiac action potential. Cardiac action potential will be studying in detail, but for the time being, just know that high sodium level, it prevents calcium inflow during cardiac action potential. Okay, and which causes the sequential change in the transmembrane potential, and that result in the propagation of electrical impulse in neurons. Neurons are excitable cells. Okay, that causes a decrease in the force of the muscle contraction, and excess in potassium level, it blocks generation of action potential. A moderate increase in extracellular level of calcium, it increases its level inside the muscle cell, and thus it accelerates heart rate and strengthens the heartbeat. Okay. Now comes double circulation. Human circulation is called as double circulation because the blood flows through the heart twice through two routes such as pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Okay. So in pulmonary circulation, the pulmonary artery, it originates from where? It originates from the right auricle and it supplies blood to the lungs for purification. Okay. And the four pulmonary veins, it bring oxygenated blood from the lung to the left auricle, and this is known as pulmonary circulation. So it is a circulation between lungs and heart, and the deoxygenated blood is pumped into the pulmonary artery, which is passed on to the lungs, from where oxygenated blood is carried by pulmonary vein into the left auricle, which we have already studied. Okay, you can refer to that presentation. Now comes systemic circulation. What happens in systemic circulation? It is the circulation between heart and various body parts. The aorta is the largest artery which originates from the left ventricle and supplies blood to the different part of the body except lungs. Okay, the superior and the inferior vena cava are the two main veins which bring deoxygenated blood from different part of the body except the wall of the heart and the lungs to the right auricle. This is known as systemic circulation. Okay, the systemic circulation, it provides nutrients, oxygen, essential substances to the tissues and takes carbon dioxide and other harmful substances away from for elimination purpose. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. Now comes pulmonary and systemic circulation. See the flow chart. From the right ventricle, deoxygenated blood goes to the pulmonary artery, which is carried by the pulmonary artery, and it pours the blood to the lung, and lung, from there a pulmonary vein arises and it carries oxygenated blood, and it pours into the left auricle of the heart, and from left auricle it goes into the left ventricle, and through the aorta it goes to the arteries and tissue, veins, superior and inferior vena cava, and finally to the right auricle. Okay, and this process goes on and on. Now comes hepatic portal system. A unique vascular connection between the digestive tract and the liver called as hepatic portal system. Hepatic portal vein, it carries blood from intestine to liver, where blood is checked and delivered to the systemic circulation through hepatic veins. Okay, so it is a system which includes hepatic portal vein that carries blood from intestine to the liver before it is delivered to the systemic circulation. Okay, this is our hepatic portal vein. Okay, so the substance which are absorbed in the small intestine, they travel first to the liver for processing before continuing it to the heart. But there are various types of drugs that are absorbed through gastrointestinal tract and which are substantially metabolized by the liver before reaching general circulation. And the blood flows to the liver is unique in that it receives both oxygenated as well as deoxygenated blood. Blood then passes from the branches of the portal vein through cavities between plates of hepatocytes. Hepatocytes are the liver cells, which we call it as sinusoids. Okay, and blood also flows from the branches of the hepatic artery, and thus it mixes with the sinusoids to supply the hepatocytes with oxygen. That means cells of the liver with the oxygen supply. Okay, and this mixture percolates through the sinusoids, and a liver sinusoid is a type of a sinusoidal blood vessel that serves as a location for oxygen-rich blood from hepatic artery and the nutrient-rich blood from the portal vein. Okay, and they are separated from the sinusoids by the space of dyes. Okay, there are few macrophages cells present in the sinusoids of the liver. They are also known as Kupffer cells. So Kupffer cells, they are located inside the sinusoids, and they can take up and destroy foreign materials such as bacteria, viruses, or any foreign antigens. Okay, this blood then collects in the central vein, which drains into the hepatic vein. Okay, and the hepatic vein, it subsequently drains into inferior vena cava. The hepatic artery, it provides 30 to 40% of the oxygen to the liver, while only accounting for 25% of the total liver blood flow. And rest comes from the partially deoxygenated blood from the portal vein. And interestingly, you will be amazed to know that liver, when it is on resting condition, it consumes around 20% of the total body oxygen. Okay, and that is why total liver blood flow is very high at about 1 liter a minute and up to 2 liters a minute. This is on average 1/4 of the average cardiac output at rest. Okay, this is the hepatic portal system, which we have studied, sinusoids and trabecularies. Okay, so this is your vascular system of your liver. Okay, that is your hepatic portal system. Now comes coronary circulatory system. The coronary arteries, it supply oxygenated blood to the cardiac muscles. The oxygenated blood is collected by coronary veins from coronary sinus, which drains this blood into the right auricle. Thus, the circulation can be summarized as the right side of the heart contains only the oxygenated blood, whereas the left side of the heart, it contains only the oxygenated blood. Okay, this is your left side and this is your right side. Okay, but blood can pass from the right side to the left side only through the pulmonary circulation. Okay, so it is a system of a coronary vessels that circulate blood to and from the cardiac musculature. Okay, or you can say from a coronary sinus, which drains the blood into the right auricle. Okay, so this comes to an end. Stay tuned and keep watching Edupedia Word videos.